Welcome to the 8th episode of my Legends Expanded Universe Star Wars chronological ratings, where I go through the Expanded Universe according to my timeline order and rate everything out of 10 stars. We are picking up with Dawn of the Jedi, Force Storm number 3. And in this issue, we start not where we left off last time with the promise of a battle, but farther away at one of the Jedi temples. And we're there with Master Ketu, and Ketu's very concerned about what's going on around him. He's just sensing disturbances and sensing that everything's off. He's sensing that Bogan, the Dark Moon, is more prominently being affected by the ships crashing, and that Force storms are occurring because the dark is outweighing the light currently. And he says all of this to what is her name? I can't remember what it is. Rory Fenn, that's her name. And Rory Fenn is a Jedi Ranger, and so he's expressing his concerns to Rory Fenn, and he's kind of telling her to go check out what's going on because he's unaware that the 3 younger Jedi are there confronting Zesh. And so Seknos Wrath, Shea Koda, and Tasha Ryo battle Zesh, and Zesh's purple force saber is able to cleave off the blades of the Jedi. This is something I've not mentioned yet, but the Jedi of this time wield swords instead of lightsabers. They kind of infuse the Force into their blades that gives them sort of distinctive color to them, but they're mostly just silver blades with a streak of color, if even the streak of color is visible. And Zesh's Force saber is able to completely render their blades useless, which they're all very surprised about because they've not encountered anything like that. But working together and using the power of the Force, they're able to get Zesh to yield, but not after Tasha is injured a little bit. So Tasha gets injured, and Seknos and Shay work together to throw Zesh as far away as they can. And in the process of the battle, Seknos manages to grab the Force saber out of Zesh's hand and throws it to Shay. Shay grabs it, but it doesn't activate instantly. And Zesh tries to push Seknos down into an acid pit, but this angers Shay, and so she's able to activate the Force saber and get Zesh to just back off after another battle. Zesh is a powerful opponent, and three Jedi Rangers are just about the same match as a Force Hound Zesh, but the battle is definitely too close when it's 3 versus 1. But in the end of this story, Jedi Master Quan Jiang and Ranger Fenn and Hawk Ryu go to investigate, because Hawk Ryu has been flying in from all the way out at the gate. What was it called? Hawk Ryu has been flying back in from Fury's Gate. So Hawk Ryu has been coming back all of this time, and he's able to meet up with Rory Fenn, who was sent by Master Ketu, and Quan Jiang, Shea Koda's master. So the 3 of them are now in search, and they can sense that Hawk's niece and Seknos and Quan Jiang's apprentice Shay are near. And elsewhere, Tasha's mother is concerned about the Force storms that are rising everywhere. And when Quan Jiang and Rory Fenn and Hawk Ryu land, they find the beasts that Seknos and Shea Koda rode down there on. So Butch the Dragon Rancor and another beast that Seknos had ridden down, and they're going mental because not only are they wounded, but the Force storms are upsetting them. So they attack them until Quan Zhang's able to subdue Butch. And meanwhile, Seknos and Tasha and Shay are recovering from the battle that they just fought, and Zesh is out there still. They can sense him in the Force, so they're not sure about that, but their communications are being blocked because the Force storm is picking up. And that's kind of how we end the issue. Although there is a nice little joke at the end about Tasha asking Seknos and Shay to not call her princess, which I feel like would have made Leia proud to hear Tasha say that. So that's how it ends, with the setup that Zesh is out there lurking around, licking his wounds. The 3 younger Jedi are on their own, and the 3 more experienced Jedi are coming to try to find them, but they're having difficulty as well. And all the while, these Force storms are raging around the planet, and all the Masters are concerned. So that's kind of where we leave off. This issue is just as good as the last one. I really enjoyed the battle here. Some of the art for the battle is really, really good. The battle just looks really cool as it's being fought. Lots of Force moves, Force throwing rocks. Not much of a battle between Force sabers or even sword versus Force saber, since he cleaves them apart. So it's more just using Force and even some punches and getting dirty with some throws and stuff like that. Force throws, all of that kind of stuff. It's a good fight, really entertaining. I do feel like this one was a slower pace. It slowed a little bit from the last one, but that's fine. It doesn't need to be breakneck pace like the second episode was, but I did kind of enjoy how the second one got right into the story, unlike the first issue, and zipped right through. The third one is not as slow as the first issue, but it's not as fast as the second issue. It calms things back down a little bit, even though there's a huge battle that consumes about half the issue. So if I had to give this a rating out of 10, which I do have to, that's the premise of this, I would give it a 5 out of 10. The art is incredible in this, probably even better than in the last one. It was really another entertaining read, and continues to advance the story into promising directions that certainly gave me cause for being excited about where it's going and what it's setting up. Zesh here is really shown to be really, really cool. Fending off 3 Jedi Rangers as a Force sound just makes him seem really intimidating and really cool, which he is really cool. And he looks really cool with his bulbous egg-shaped mask off as well, since he's got the purple Zesh symbol on his face. So, what about you guys? What did you think of this issue of Dawn of the Jedi Force Storm number 3? Was it as good as the last 2? Was it better? Was it worse? What did you think? And how many stars would you give it out of 10?